Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark with Georgetoon.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Well, I got a familiar old friend of a coffee. Hang on 1 minute. This is really good. Boy, that is really, really nice. That's really, really wonderful. From Sterling Roastery, their house blend. And this was sent to the channel courtesy of our great friend Mark Bagwell. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Medium dark roast. Bold and smooth. Yeah, that captures it perfectly. Really, really wonderful. If you want a coffee that is bold and smooth for your morning cup of coffee, this is a good one. And of course, also from our great friend Mark Bagwell is the Sterling Roastery coffee mug. Love this coffee mug. Love that badge artwork right there. Yeah, boy, Sterling not only makes some great shave soaps and splashes, but they make some great coffee. And their coffee mugs are great as well. So we will link to the Sterling Soap Company as well as the Sterling Roastery part of their company. You can check that all out. Hang on, one more sip. Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. Great to be with you this morning. Now, we've got the, let me show you this. Let me put this down right here. We've got this Cote Winery hoodie on right here. Cote Winery in Mount Gilead, Ohio. This is the winery that's owned by my nephew Mike and his wife Brittany. And wow, that's a great place. If you like wine and music and entertainment, and they've got some great food trucks that come in, really, and it's in a nice rural setting, really beautiful setting there. Check out Cote Winery in Mount Gilead. Get on their email list for all their great events this spring and summer, and even into the fall. They're operating year round, so get on that email list where you can get all those updates. And if you're in the area, driving through Ohio, Central Ohio, driving through the Columbus area going north or driving south, Mount Gilead is like 45 minutes outside north of Columbus. So yeah, it really is a delightful spot on the map, Cote Winery. So that's why we're wearing this, because the weather's getting warmer and people are looking for things to do on the weekends. So if you are a lover of wines, check out Cote Winery in Mount Gilead. Okay, one more sip. And we're a lover of coffees here on the Monday Morning Mailbag. And as we like to say, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug, let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. If you are listening to the podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in via all those great platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. Really do appreciate that. And thanks also to those who are tuning into our other podcast, Second Cup. So thanks very much for listening, making the Monday Morning Mailbag and the Second Cup podcast part of your Monday morning routine. Thanks very much for that. Boy, we have got a great show for you this morning. We got a really great viewer shaving tip. We have a great shave den visit. This comes from our friend Colonel Mully. Something to have to do with, well, I'll give you a little tease here, something that has to do with Mully Shaves shave soap. That's all I'm going to say. And we have an extra special surprise tied to the Shave Den visit. Wait until you see this. This came courtesy of viewer Mark Vernick. Mark, thank you very much. That's all I'm going to say. Check it out. It really is something to see. We also have the usual reminders and some great refill comments. We also have some great wet shaving gear to tell you about this morning. 2 new releases coming up this weekend. Stay tuned for that. And we also have some great questions and comments. I mean, really great questions and comments. Al Spencer shares something that is really neat this morning. So yeah, all in all, a great Monday morning mailbag this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Robert Seals. And Robert writes, "Hi, Mark. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to share a shave tip for the Monday morning mailbag that I think could be helpful for fellow wet shavers who enjoy Phoneix Artisan Accoutrements bath body soap products. After purchasing a bath body soap from Phoneix Shaving, along with one of their Galactic body soap caddy containers, I found a simple way to keep my soaps organized. I peel off the sticker from the bath soap box and place it on the Galactic body soap caddy. This helps me visually identify which soap is in each container, making it much easier to find the one I want when I'm looking to complete a full shower and shave experience with an entire Phoneix Shaving collection. I thought this might be a useful tip for others who like to keep their shaving and grooming products neatly organized. Thanks for considering it for the 3MB. Looking forward to the next episode. Keep up the great work. Best, Robert." Robert, this is an absolutely fantastic shaving tip. Really something very, very different and unique, because we do have a lot of viewers out there who love to buy the complete line of products from Phoneix Shaving. As you say, from the bath soap to the pre-shave soap to the shaving soap, the aftershave splash, the EDP, the balm, that sort of thing, right across the line. They run the whole gamut because they like that particular scent, and they want that scent from shower to shave to post-shave. Yeah, absolutely. This is a great, great tip, and this is a great way to help keep that bath soap organized so you know what you're using when you're taking a shower, so that you'll be able to use the same scent when you're shaving. Really, really terrific, terrific shaving tip. Thank you so much for sending it in. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and if I use it here on the viewer morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Robert, thanks again for a really, really terrific, unique shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup, boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime, a classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat, a shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Wasn't that wonderful? That was absolutely awesome. My thanks to Mark Vernick for creating that great song that we're going to be using to introduce the Shave Den visit every week. Mark, thank you very, very much. I absolutely loved it. It's the Boom Lather song. Absolutely knocked my socks off when I saw it. So thanks very, very much, Mark, for sending it along to the show. Of course, Mark shared his love of the atomic rocket a couple of weeks ago on the Monday Morning Mailbag, and he turned around and to say thank you, he created that song. How about that? In an email, he writes, Mark, I've always enjoyed tapping into my creative side whenever I can. I used to draw with my kids, and we even did Mark Kistler's 3D drawing lessons back in the day. Although my degree is in physics and technical writing, I spent 22 years in ministry before being asked in 2011 to serve as a director for the County Board of Elections. Somewhere along that journey, I also became a wet shaver. Over the past year or so, I've been blending my love for Bible reading and wet shaving into my creative interests, which led me to learn enough about social media to create reels for my accounts. One of my sons introduced me to Suno AI for song creation, which sparked my interest in using AI to brainstorm and bring my ideas to life. I've learned that AI is all about refining your prompts to get where you want to go. Well, yeah, it took you to a great spot with this Boom Lather song. Thank you so much. The graphics, the lyrics, the song, the tune, the singing, everything is absolutely wonderful. And again, we're going to use that each week when we introduce the Shave Den segment. Absolutely love it. So, Mark, thank you very, very much for singing that along. Really, really do appreciate it. Absolutely wonderful, creative, and it just adds so much to the show. So thank you again very, very much. Now, we also received something else video-wise from our friend Colonel Mully all the way from Japan regarding Mully Shave's Outlaw Barbershop, which we introduced to all the viewers last week, and I think also in the week before in the Second Cup podcast. So something very, very interesting about the label. So take it away, Colonel Mully.
Hey, Mark, and all the Monday morning mailbaggers. This is Mully coming at you live from Shizuoka, Japan. Well, it's not really live because I'm recording it, but you get the idea. I'm live right now. Okay, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Outlaw Barbershop. It's kind of cool. When I was making the artwork for the labels, I had this idea to, what if I snuck in some Easter eggs? Just little details here and there that only someone with a sharp eye would catch. I ran the idea by Doug, and he really liked it. So we added a couple of Easter eggs to the first run of Outlaw Barbershop. Now let's take a look at the label. The scent of the Outlaw Barbershop, it's a semi-dupe of Prada's Luna Rossa Carbon. Now, Luna Rossa means pink moon in Italian. So I decided to go with the red moon instead of pink. So if you look at the top left window of the barbershop, there it is, a little red crescent moon. Now, if you look just to the right of the chair on the floor, there's a tiny bottle of Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, a little nod to the inspiration behind the scent. Oh, and Emerald Leprechaun has an Easter egg too. This one is super sneaky. Look up in the top right, just under the RO and Project. There's a little picture frame, and inside that frame, you'll see the 1980s Lucky Charms leprechaun. I don't think anyone would ever find that one unless they were really digging into the details. Now, here's the fun part. These Easter eggs, only the first runs of the soap are going to have them. Future releases won't have them. So if the soap ever goes mainstream, people that got in early can say, yeah, I've got one with the red moon on it, or I've got the Lucky Charms leprechaun. So it's kind of a cool collectible, right? Outlaw Barbershop will be dropping again in August or September. Now, Doug is saying August, but just in case, think late summer or early fall. Remember, Doug's a busy guy. But remember, no Easter eggs in the next run. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. And you guys that have the first run, congratulations. And yeah, check out your labels. They're on there. All right, guys. Well, thanks for everything. Mark, thanks for having me on again. Thanks for reviewing the soap. And I hope you enjoy your mug. I hope you enjoy your shave. I hope everything is, as you say, absolutely fantastic. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And I guess we'll call that a shave. Y'all stay smooth.
How about that? Some Easter eggs, especially with Easter right around the corner. How fitting. That really is terrific. And yeah, I have one of those labels, which is, I guess you could say, collector's item. Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking here and I got that little, right there, I got that little crescent right there. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. I got it right there. Yeah, that's really, really neat. So if you happen to have Mully Shave's Outlaw Barbershop shaving soap in your shave den right now, check out the label. You might have some of those Easter eggs. And also know that Outlaw Barbershop will be released again in August of this year. So mark your calendars because this really is a wonderful it's a wonderful scent, and this is real tallow right off the farm. We have a review done. It's been uploaded. We'll get it scheduled so you can see that because the shave was absolutely glorious. With Mully Shave's Outlaw Barbershop, also from an adopted, it's an Adopted Acres project right there. So it's a collaboration between Adopted Acres Soap Company and Mully Shaves. So Colonel Mully, Jim Mullins, thanks again very, very much. Hey, here's your reminder that the channel now has AutoDub technology, courtesy of YouTube and Google. If English isn't your strong suit, you can instantly translate this show and all the videos on this channel into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French in real time on the fly. All you got to do is click on that little gear in the lower right of the video screen and a menu will pop up. And from there, you can select the language of your choice, Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French, and you'll hear this broadcast translated in real time into any of those languages. It's really, really amazing. AutoDub, check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. And we have another reminder for you. Maggard Razors is hosting their 8th annual wet shaving meetup on April 26, 2025 from 12 noon to 5 p.m. at 124 South Winter Street, Adrian, Michigan, 49221. Tickets are $35 each. We'll have a link where you can get right to the page, buy a ticket, and get additional information. Here are the confirmed vendors that will be attending. Above the Tie, Ariana and Evans, Barrister and Mann, Blackland, Katie's Bubbles, Henri et Victoria, Shannon's Soaps, Sterling Soap Company, Through the Fire Fine Crafts, Timeless Razors, Holy Call, Wolf Whiskers, and Zingari Man. So check it out, the 8th annual Maggard Wet Shaving Meetup, April 26th, from 12 noon to 5 p.m. in Adrian, Michigan. Tickets are $35. We'll have a link to that page where you can get a ticket and get all the information. I've got my ticket. I hope to see you there. Well, we have another viewer who sent in a photo of his George mug. This is part of the George Monday Morning Mailbag Coffee Mug Club. Larry Sablotny sent in this photo. Now, he's going to be reviewing a shave soap later on in the show, so see if you can guess which shaving soap he's going to be reviewing later on. But he included the George mug in this photograph, and I was very, very flattered by that he has the George mug in that shave setup there. So thanks very much for that, Larry, and stay tuned for Larry's review of that shave soap and splash. See if you can guess what it is coming up later on in the show. And if you out there have a George mug, a George Monday Morning Mailbag coffee mug, snap a picture of the coffee mug and you together, send it in, and we'll share it with all the viewers out there. So Larry, thanks again for sending in that photo. Really do appreciate it. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, that's a delightful, delightful cup of coffee. Once again, from Sterling Roastery. This is their house blend, a medium dark roast. Bold and smooth. Yeah, this was very kindly and generously sent to the channel by our great friend, Mark Bagwell. Boy, I sure miss him. He was such a great contributor to the channel with reviews and a lot of great wet shaving information and a real asset to the wet shaving community. He will be missed. And we have some nice memories of Mark. And, you know, he just did stuff out of the blue. Hey, I'm sending you some coffee and I'm going to send you a coffee mug. I mean, just out of the blue. That's the way he was. A very, very generous guy. Really, really good-hearted. But again, he sent this along to the channel, as well as some other blends from Sterling Roastery, House Blend, Bold and Smooth, Medium Dark Roast. And he also sent along this wonderful Sterling Roastery coffee mug. Again, I just love this mug. This is absolutely marvelous, 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 marvelous coffee mug. So Yeah, Mark Bagwell. He will be missed. A wonderful, wonderful guy and a great supporter of the traditional wet shave. All righty. What else we got to say? Oh, yeah, Cote Winery. Don't forget about Cote Winery. My nephew Mike and his wife Brittany's winery in Mount Gilead, Ohio. We'll have a link to their website. You can sign up for their email newsletter and get all those great updates and alerts as to all the events that are going on at Cote Winery. Okay, that kind of brings us up to speed on everything. How are you this morning? I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We have got some great comments and refill this morning. We're going to kick it off with some great information from Roderick McLeod. We haven't heard from Roderick in quite a while. Roderick, great to hear from you. And he is discussing alum and alum blocks. And wow, some great information and some great links that we will be sharing in the description below. And he writes, "Hey Mark, my earliest memory of alum was from a Three Stooges bit where Curly put some in a batch of punch thinking it was sugar. Alum powder used to be used in baking and making pickles, so it was a fairly common kitchen ingredient. Here's a link to that, starting at the scene when it occurs." Okay, so he's linking that alum bit from Curly and the Three Stooges right at the moment where that all begins. We will link that below, so we'll have that link. So you want to tickle your funny bone, check that one out. Yeah, classic Three Stooges. In response to the bit about alum blocks, here's a link to a Badger and Blade forum thread where a guy made his own. And we will also provide that link below. That's very, very interesting. Naturally occurring alum is usually in the form of alunite. It's pretty dirty looking crystal. See natural occurrence in the Wikipedia article below. We will also link that article below. We'll have that link below as well. I'm pretty sure that all of the various forms of alum used today for health and beauty, food production, and industrial use is produced on a very large scale via industrial means. One of the biggest uses is as a flocculant to precipitate impurities at water treatment plants. I didn't know that at all, and that's a new word for me, flocculant. Oh, wow. And we'll have that link below as well. Regarding the compressed alum blocks, I don't think that they're made by compressing powdered alum. I've tried to find some kind of online article that explains in detail how they make the blocks, but so far, no luck. I am relatively certain that styptic pencils are made that way, though. They're probably produced in a way similar to the method used by the guy who made the Badger and Blade post on a much larger scale. Cutting and polishing blocks would then be similar to cutting and polishing stone. There will be a significant amount of skilled labor involved. As to the ones that people think are compressed, I'm pretty sure that those blocks are formed by pouring highly concentrated solution or molten alum salt into small molds and allowing it to solidify. Basically, they're making alum ice cubes. The cloudiness that you see inside is similar to the cloudiness in ice cubes. It will be influenced by the rate at which the molten salt solidifies, as well as small amounts of impurities in solution. This tends to result in more cloudiness in the center than there is at the sides and bottom. The extremely clear ones are probably cut from large blocks produced by a very similar method. And of course, he's got the Wikipedia article related to alum and that sort of thing. So, wow, Roderick, thank you very, very much for all that great information regarding alum blocks and alum production and the Three Stooges. Thanks very, very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Andrew Hill, 1965, checked in and he writes, "Great show today. Watching while having a cup of Green Mountain Dark Roast." That sounds great. I love the story behind Anchor. I will for sure be looking into getting some things. I think it's important to support these small artisan companies. Again, great show, and see you at the Maggard Meetup. Andrew, I will see you there as well. Let's get a picture together. And as far as Anchor, I think you were referring to Adopted Acres. I think that's what you were referring to. And yeah, regardless of who you were referring to, because I sometimes get mixed up in what I said last week, and I'm doing this week's show, and sometimes it all runs together. So my apologies if I fail to remember some reference to Anchor, but I think you were referring to Adopted Acres. Anyhow, regardless, yes, I agree. It's very important to support a lot of these smaller artisans out there because they make some great products. And it's great that the wet shaving community comes together to support these small artisans and startup artisans. And Adopted Acres is a good one. Man, they make some great shaving soap. We've already mentioned their project with Mully Shaves. Absolutely fantastic. And they also have Emerald Leprechaun. I think this one is still available. Boy, is this a great scent. This is really another Mully Shaves Adopted Acres project, and this is a great scent, Oh, yeah, perfect for St. Patrick's Day, but also great for March, April, spring, summer. Yeah, this is a good one. So check that one out. I think that's still available. So thanks very much for that, Andrew. Really do appreciate it. Ken Williams, 2219 writes, another great Monday morning mailbag and start to my week. Thanks, Mark. Well, thank you very much for the nice words. I really do appreciate it. Funny, I bought a Goodfellas Smile The Deep last Friday. Love it. Have a great week. Yeah, that is another shaving brush from Goodfellas Smile. Of course, James Sefton very, very kindly and generously sent the channel the Goodfellas Smile Red Evil brush. Boy, this is great. This is great for bowl lathering. This is great for face lathering. I've got the review done on this, and I've also used it in some other reviews. Really, really nice performing shave brush. Comes in at a nice price point and a really nice ergonomic handle. Now, the Deep also has a really, really nice handle. We'll link to both of these. I think they're on the same product page on Amazon. All you have to do is mouse over the thumbnails. But regardless, we'll give you both links so you can go directly to those products. So I agree with you, Ken. Yeah, these are really, really nice brushes. And Goodfellas Smile also makes a great razor that we've talked about and used in the Shave Den, the Centesi, right here, Centesi. This is 303 stainless steel, I believe. Really nice heft. And shaves at a 45-degree angle, so a different angle of approach. So you got to kind of ease into it a little bit. So if you're looking for a really nice stainless steel razor, 303 stainless steel with a different angle of approach, this is 45 degrees, check out the Centesi. We'll link to this one as well. I believe it's also available on Amazon. And if there are other sellers out there, we'll link to them as well. So Ken, thanks very, very much for the recommendation on the Deep, and please send in a review. I'm sure the viewers would love to hear about it. So thanks again, Ken. Really, really do appreciate it. This comes from Tubarao65. Hi, Mark. Great 3MB regarding Scott's shaving tip. That is 100% true and a great tip. This is in regards to the shaving tip that we had in a previous Monday morning mailbag regarding using an alum block for the first time. Use a solid block, which also inspired Roderick to give us some background information on the production of alum blocks, that sort of thing. So yeah, the shaving tip was use a solid alum block because it's smoother. Now, Tubarao65 continues here. I bought the cheapest alum block I could find years ago because I thought they were all the same and it was cutting me up. I had no idea other people used alum blocks. I thought I was just sensitive to the sensation, so I put up with it and was always reluctant to ever use it because of how scratchy it felt. I didn't save money buying cheap. I wasted money because in the long run, I eventually had to throw it out and buy a second higher quality block. So great tips, Scott. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, thanks very much for confirming that, Tubarao65. I got lucky. I went to the Art of Shaving store when I started my wet shaving journey. They were in a mall in the area, and I happened to go in there, and I was introduced to a lot of different wet shaving gear there. And one of the things that the representative recommended was an alum block, and they sold a solid alum block. So when I didn't use it right away, I decided to use it a little later on, and my gosh, game changer. But I lucked out in that representative sold me a higher end alum block, a solid alum block. And I really became an advocate for solid alum blocks. And then as I eased into my wet shaving routine, I discovered that there were other alum blocks out there compressed alum blocks, for lack of a better word, because as Roderick said, they're probably formed in a mold like an ice cube, that sort of thing. But regardless how they're made, those alum blocks really kind of came to the forefront. And Phoneix Shaving had a very, very good one. Now they're selling, the folks at Phoneix Shaving are selling a solid alum block, which is very, very good. So if you're looking for a good solid alum block, check out Phoneix Shaving. Their compressed block was very, very good. But again, I agree, you have to be a little bit careful if when looking at alum blocks. Some of these cheaper alum blocks, they could be kind of scritchy, kind of scratchy. You have to kind of smooth them out with water, maybe a nail file, that sort of thing. But solid alum block, that's the way to go, especially if you're new to the traditional wet shave and the post-shave routine using an alum block. Get a solid one that is smooth right out of the box. So thanks very much for that, Tuba Rao. Really do appreciate it. Beth Jones writes, good morning, Mark. Awesome find by Jim from Northfield. One of my favorite shave creams is Castle Forbes. It is indeed expensive, but it lasts a really long time. A little goes a long way. Kudos to Keith for his excellent review of the Henson and the Cyber Razor from Razorock. Have a great rest of the week. Yeah, Beth, that was a great review by Keith last week, where he introduced us to the Razorock Cyber Razor, and he compared it to the Henson and really gave a great breakdown of it. So if you missed it, it was in last week's Monday Morning Mailbag in New Wet Shave Gear. So check that out. Just go to the timestamps and you'll see it there. Just click on that. You'll go right to the review. And Beth mentions Castle Forbes. Again, this is that debate. If these top tier shaving soaps with these higher price tags are worth the price. And a lot of wet shavers out there say, they are, because you get a lot of use out of it. They last a long, long time. So price per shave comes down. So Beth, thanks for mentioning Castle Forbes. Really, really do appreciate that. And thanks for the nice words about the Monday Morning Mailbag. But again, a big, big thanks to all the viewers out there, because they make the show possible. I say it all the time. Without you, this microphone would be silent. So thanks to all the viewers out there. Jay Hipple writes, that Supply razor looks nice. I hope the pivot on it is better than the leaf. Supply should have this new razor, I think tomorrow, April 1st or April 2nd or sometime, or was it April 8th? Might have been April 8th. They got a new single edge pivot razor that's coming out. That's about all we know. So I think it's April 8th, I think. Check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag, and the information will be there, or go to the Supply website. We'll link it below so you can get all that information. That looks very, very interesting. I agree. Thanks for that, Jay Hipple. Dan Blackshear, 6289 writes, another great 3MB, and I have both of the Adopted Acres Mully Shaves collaborations. They are as good a performing soap and scents as there are out there. Wonderful products. I agree. The review of the Outlaw Barbershop is already done, and it's scheduled sometime. I can't remember where. I've got a lot of these reviews edited and completed and scheduled. I just can't remember when. I have to go back into my YouTube channel and see when these are scheduled. But this is a good one. This is really, really good. The tallow is right off the farm, as they describe it, and the post-shave feel is wonderful. So stay tuned for that review. Really, really good. And of course, you get all those Easter eggs on the label if you got an early version. So my thanks to Jim Mullins, Mully Shaves, and Doug and Carl Lane, and all the kids at Adopted Acres Soap Company for very kindly sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to have one of these collector items labels. So that's fantastic. So thanks again. Really do appreciate it. This comes from William Murphy, 1756. This is Bill Murphy. And he writes, great show as usual, Mark. I received Jack's aftershave and it's great. I found that the soap was available again and I ordered it. It should be here this week. Looking forward to using it. Have a wonderful week. Hey, Bill, I think you're going to love it. This Jack's shave soap, great performance. I loved using this, and I've used it several times since doing the review. And again, it's it's an homage to Cracker Jack. And when I first got it, it looked like Cracker Jack in there. Now, if I rinse this out, that Cracker Jack look comes back. And of course, the label is very, very reminiscent of Cracker Jack. And yeah, the aftershave is terrific. Really, really wonderful performing shave soap. But the scent is Cracker Jack. It's marvelous. And I've been noticing that there are some wet shavers out there that are buying 2 tubs of the shave soap. One to use and one to keep because it looks so much like Cracker Jack. It's a work of art. Monica Gillum outdid herself when she created these shave soaps. So yeah, it's just a really, really good looking shave soap, but also a wonderful performing shave soap and a great, great scent. So check it out, Jax. You too might want to pick up 2 tubs. One to keep and display and the other one to use. Yeah, absolutely. So Bill, let us know how you like it and the performance and the scent and that sort of thing, because I absolutely loved it. So thanks again, Bill. Really do appreciate it. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes writes, again, along the lines of bargains and affordability, a few artisan shave soaps may come packaged in smaller net contents with correspondingly lower cost and may last for many shaves. 2-ounce container of something from West Coast Shaving, $13 for the product. But if you can get 140 to 150 shaves from it, then not really a too expensive purchase, not counting shipping charge. Yeah, that's another great, great point. Again, we're looking at price per shave and cost of the actual shave soap, that sort of thing. So yeah, thanks very much for that. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. Really do appreciate that. A very, very good point. This comes from viewer Keith Osmond, and he writes, "Hey Mark, great Monday morning mailbag as usual." Keith, thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. And thanks for including my review of the Cyber Medium. This was the Cyber Razor that Keith reviewed in last week's Monday morning mailbag that Beth Jones just referenced this morning. Just a point of clarity. The Cyber that I think may be between the Henson Mild and Henson Medium, based on comments on the Italian barber site, is the Cyber Mild. I haven't used that one. The Cyber Medium is comparable to the Henson Plus 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 or the Aluminum Overlander. I ended up using the Cyber for a 7th shave before finally picking up something different. It's been quite a while since I've been this impressed by a razor, and I consider it the best razor I've ever bought at this price point. Wow, we'll link it again. The Cyber Razor from Razorock. It's available on Italian Barber. So thanks again, Keith, for clarifying that point. And also thanks again for the review. It was really, really terrific. And I know a lot of viewers responded to it because I didn't know that this razor existed, and a lot of other viewers were new to it. So thank you very, very much for introducing all the viewers out there and fellow wet shavers to the Razorock Cyber Razor, available on Italian Barber. Really do appreciate it, Keith. Thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, this morning we have a brand new release from Phoneix Shaving. It's dropping this Saturday, April 5th. Our review will run Friday, April 4th. And Doug, Fran, Huxley, and everyone at Phoneix Shaving allowed me to mention it this morning and introduce it to everyone. It's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful scent, and it's part of their Doppleganger Continuum line of shaving soaps and splashes. Here it is right here. Doppleganger Continuum No. 2. How about that? And we also have the aftershave splash. The review is done and runs this Friday, and this will be released Saturday, April 5th. So April 4th is our review, and Saturday, April 5th, this gets released. This is a marvelous, marvelous scent, and it is an homage to Green Valley by Creed. And here's what the information says that Doug passed along to the channel here. The House of Creed is known for crafting iconic fragrances like Aventus and Green Irish Tweed, but among these giants lies a forgotten gem, Green Valley. Released in 1999, this fragrance captured the hearts of enthusiasts with its vibrant freshness, subtle spice, and refined depth. Though discontinued, its legacy endures, making it a prime candidate for rediscovery. Now, here's the story behind the scent, and I have to apologize because I mispronounced the creator's name of Green Valley. It's Olivier Creed, and in my review, I said Oliver. I guess I Americanized it, and I do apologize, and I'll put a note of apology in the description of the video when it runs this Friday. So I do apologize. So as they write here, created by Olivier Creed, Olivier, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Created by Olivier Creed, Green Valley was inspired by his love of nature and passion for golf, a sport he played at the highest level as a former member of the French national golf team. The fragrance reflects this connection, blending elements of crisp greens, citrus, and warm, musky depth into a composition that is both refreshing and sophisticated. Now, here are the fragrance notes, the fragrance profile. Top notes are bergamot and mandarin. Middle notes are blackcurrant and ginger. Base notes are ambergris and musk. Boy, is this is marvelous. Oh my gosh, if you've enjoyed the homages that Phoneix Shaving has released to Green Irish Tweed and Green Irish Tweed and Creed Aventus, you're going to love this one. This one is absolutely marvelous. And as they say, it's the perfect moment for its return. As the seasons shift and the air begins to brighten, there's no better time to revisit this lost classic. The crisp citrus, lively spice, and deep musky warmth of Green Valley feel right at home as winter fades and spring emerges, making it an ideal companion for the fresh energy of the season. Now, this was discontinued in 2020, and it's highly coveted. As Douglas writes here, Green Valley was discontinued around 2020, leaving behind a devoted following eager for its return. Today, bottles command between $1,500 and $2,500 on resale markets, a testament to its enduring appeal. With Doppleganger Continuum No. 2, we pay tribute to this rare and sought-after scent, ensuring its refined green elegance can be enjoyed once more. Yeah, that's what's so great about this Continuum series, is that you get these great scents, these great homages to these great scents, and you learn something about fragrance history. And I learned quite a bit about the House of Creed, and also that it's Olivier and not Oliver. The absolutely fantastic scent. And of course, CK6, wonderful, wonderful performance. So look for it this Saturday. Doppleganger Continuum No. 2, an homage to Green Valley by Creed. We'll have a link below when it does go on sale, so you probably won't see it today or on the Friday review. You'll see it pop up on Saturday when this gets released on Saturday is what I'm saying. So we'll have those links when this gets released on Saturday. It really is a marvelous, marvelous scent, and if you're a fan of everything Creed, you'll want this one in your shaved end. So my thanks again to Doug, Fran, Huxley, and everyone at Phoneix Shaving for very kindly and generously sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers. Doppleganger Continuum No. 2, an homage to Green Valley by Creed. We'll have links below when they become available. Check it out. Now, the folks at Yaqi sent along a really, really wonderful razor. I was really surprised by this one because the adjustable razors we've been talking about on the show are tuned to the more aggressive side. They're great razors, but for me, I like something on the milder side. So with those adjustable razors, I have to use them on the lower end of the adjustment dial spectrum, so to speak. But this particular one right here, I already took it for a test drive, and I'm going to get a review done on it. And the reason why I took it for a test drive is because I wasn't sure how it was going to shave. After I had the shave, then I looked at the specs, and I was really pleasantly surprised, not only by the shave, but also by the specs. Here it is right here. This is the Cerberus stainless steel, high-polished, three-piece safety razor from Yaqi. And it's got that beautiful twist in the handle that really affords a wonderful, wonderful grip. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Again, it is a three-piece razor. It comes with an O-ring. Right here, this O-ring is a little thinner than some of the other O-rings you might be used to. Let me just show you. That's a little thinner than some of the other O-rings you might be used to. But it is a post, and let me put the handle down, a post and hole configuration, all right? And it is stainless steel, 316 stainless steel, and it is CNC machined. It is really a beautiful looking razor, especially with that twist in the handle. And it is highly polished and just has a really wonderful, elegant, ornate look to it. But it also delivers a really, really mild, efficient shave. I was pleasantly surprised by this, the Cerberus. We'll have a link below where you can check it out on AliExpress. Now, here is the some specs on it. The razor head material is 316 stainless steel, polished. The handle material is 316 stainless steel, polished. The handle length is 77 millimeters or 3.03 inches. The handle diameter is 13 millimeters or 0.512 inches. Again, the color, they say here, stainless steel polished. The blade gap is 0.65 millimeters. So that is on the milder side and still has enough efficiency. Really right there for me in the mild ballpark. Some of the other razors that we've reviewed on the channel that are at about 0.5 millimeter blade gap. Really, really nice, mild, and efficient shave. This is 0.65, just a little more growl, but boy, it's still very, very smooth and mild. I had an absolutely wonderful shave with this. I also did a head shave with it and came through in flying colors. Really terrific, terrific. Very smooth, very comfortable, nice and mild, good efficiency. The blade gap, again, is 0.65 millimeters, and the total weight is 70 grams or 2.50 ounces. So again, this is the Yaqi Cerberus stainless steel polished razor, 316 stainless steel, beautiful polish on it. I mean, it is just finished beautifully, and again, just delivered a nice shave. Beautiful low profile to that razor head. End tabs are enclosed in the razor head, balance and alignment of the blade, spot on. Really enjoyed this one, like the heft of it. And if you think it's a little shorter, it's the same length and the same height as the classic Gillette Super Speed that I'm holding here in my hand. So you can see it, it's the same size, all right? Has a little more heft than the Gillette Super Speed. Just a really, really delightful razor to use. Nice and mild. A great daily driver. For someone like me, you might fall into that camp as well. And it was also great for head shaves. So I really, really enjoyed it. We're going to get a review done of this because I really, really enjoyed the shave with it. And I especially loved this twist handle. I mean, it just fit in the hand so wonderfully. And even though it's got a high polish, this twist, it's smooth, high polish, this twist really allowed for a very, very good grip. I really like that a lot. So again, from Yaqi, the Cerberus stainless steel polished safety razor, 316 stainless steel. My thanks to Grace Chen and everyone at Yaqi for very kindly passing this one along to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers. We'll have a link below where you can check this out on AliExpress. We're going to get a review done, but I wanted to take it for a test drive because I didn't know what to expect. And I was delightfully surprised at how mild, smooth, and efficient this razor was. Really, really a terrific, terrific performer. Again, the Yaqi Cerberus, my thanks to Grace Chen and everyone at Yaqi for sending this one along. Folks, we'll have a link below to AliExpress where you can check it out. Well, as we mentioned earlier in the show, Larry Sablotny sent along this review, and he writes, Mark, I received my Hendrix Classics James Bond shave soap and splash yesterday and used them for the first time today. What a great lather. It didn't take long at all to build up a great boom lather with it. The fragrance is wonderful too. I used the James Bond splash as well, and the fragrance lasted a long time. Love it. This was my first use of Hendrix Classic soaps and splash, and certainly will not be my last. I don't know why I didn't try them sooner. And that comes from Larry Sublotny. Larry, thanks very much for the review and the photos. Looks like that Hendrix Classic Shave Soap, James Bond Shave Soap, made an absolutely fantastic lather. We have featured Hendrix Classic Shave Soaps on the channel before. We reviewed them on the channel. We've talked about them on the Monday Morning Mailbag. They lather a treat, and the scents are absolutely wonderful. And this James Bond Shave Soap and Splash sounds like a wonderful, wonderful scent. The only thing missing is perhaps a razor from the James Bond movie period that you could pair up with the soap and the splash. I happen to have the J3 Slim Adjustable, which is what Sean Connery used in the movie Goldfinger from 1964. So if you can find a J3 or a J series, 1, 2, 3, or 4, that's 1964, the year the movie Goldfinger was released. Then you'll have a razor similar to the one that Sean Connery was using in the movie Goldfinger. So that would be a great, great way to pair up a razor and the James Bond Shave Soap and Splash. Something I'm going to consider because I've got the razor. So Larry, thanks again for a terrific review. Thanks again for the photos. Thanks again for including the George mug in those photos. Really, really do appreciate it. Folks, we'll have a link below to Hendrix Classics where you can check out the James Bond Shave Soap and Splash. Larry, thanks again very, very much. Now, we got this heads up from viewer J Tekken X, J, regarding a new razor from Razorock. Last week we had a new razor from Razorock, and this week we've got a new razor from Razorock. And as Jay writes, "Hi Mark, I just wanted to bring your attention to a new offering from Razorock, if not already aware. It seems to be a 316L stainless steel CNC version of the German 34 razor, Merkur 34C HD. This appears to be a 3-piece razor compared to the 2-piece style of the Merkur 34C HD. If it shaves anything like the 34C and has the usual build quality of the Razorock razors, it's shaping up to be a winner. Thanks for all you do, Jay." Jay, thanks very much for the heads up on this. I was not aware of it, and thank you so much for sharing with all the viewers and fellow wet shavers out there. Here it is, folks, from the product page. This is the Razorock Goat Double Edge Safety Razor, CNC 316L stainless steel, introducing the Razorock Goat, a masterfully crafted safety razor that pays homage to the iconic German 34 razor, whose patent expired in the mid-1970s. Many believe this German 34 razor is the GOAT in safety razors, which is an acronym used to call something the greatest of all time. Our Razorock Goat is designed as an homage to this razor and is precision engineered in Ontario, Canada. The Razorock Goat is CNC milled on a state-of-the-art German 5-axis machine from billet 316L stainless steel known as marine-grade stainless steel for its exceptional hardness, durability, and corrosion resistance in wet environments. This makes it the perfect material for a safety razor built to withstand the test of time. The Razorock Goat combines cutting-edge technology with timeless design. Its razor head is 3D milled to achieve tolerances tighter than any other razor on the planet, far surpassing what cast and chrome-plated razors can offer. The result is a flawless blade fit every time, with no need for manual alignment, thanks to the cleverly designed head that securely covers the blade tabs for added safety. Available with your choice of a short Razorock hollowed HD handle or as a standalone head, this 3-piece razor also features an M5 by 0.8 threaded design, giving you the freedom to pair it with any compatible handle of your preference. Well, we'll link to the page where you can get additional information on this, but it sounds like an absolutely spectacular razor. Wow. And it sounds like it's going to be a wonderful, mild, and smooth shave if it's anything like the 34C. So my thanks to JTechNX for very, very kindly sending this along to the channel, giving us all a heads up on this. Folks, we'll link this below. This is absolutely fantastic. The Razorock Goat Double Edge Safety Razor, CNC machined in 316L stainless steel. Wow, absolutely fantastic. Jay, thanks again very, very much. We received this from viewer Bill Murphy, and he writes, "Hi, Mark. I was watching Matt on Razor Emporium YouTube, and he was demonstrating the new Rex Page aluminum razor. It's based on the Rex Envoy, but with a milder blade gap. It was made on a machine he purchased and transferred to his shop from Yates. He was guessing that the Rex Page may be available as early as sometime in April. I have a link below to the video. Well, we will provide that link below. Absolutely. This is the Rex Page aluminum razor, and the name, again, is part of that naming convention for an embassy office. You know, the Rex Consul, the Rex Ambassador, the Rex Sentry, the Rex Envoy, and now the Rex Page. So again, we'll link that video below. Look for the Rex Page sometime in April. Bill, thanks very much for the heads up on that. He continues here. I just received a new lather bowl from Spot Prints. He has a store on Etsy and photos and videos on his Instagram page. Pete Despostis does some beautiful work. The bowl I purchased makes a fantastic lather and quickly. The bowl is about the same size as the Shave Nation Halloween bowl. The soap is Phoneix Shaving Hotel Cecil. The brush is the Phoneix Shaving Starcraft. In the pictures, you can see that I also got some vintage Old Spice from eBay. The scent is wonderful. It's the scent that I remember that my father had after he shaved. Of all the homages to Old Spice that I have tried, none of them, in my opinion, get the dry down scent correct. Love the vintage scent. Bill Murphy. Hey, Bill, thanks very, very much for this. Folks, we'll have a link where you can check out this shaving bowl. It looks beautiful. Wow, that looks really, really wonderful. And my gosh, so much great wet shaving gear out there. So again, we'll have a link to the video where you can check out Matt's discussion of the new Rex Page razor, and also a link to where you can see these beautiful shaving bowls made by Peter Despostis. Despotas, Despotas, Despotas. I think that's how it's pronounced. My apologies if I got that incorrect. But the bowl is from Spot Prints, and we will link that below as well. Bill, thanks again very, very much. Well, we have another new shave soap release coming this Saturday, April 5th, and it's from Adopted Acre Soap Company. Doug Lane sent this information along regarding this new release and also some of the other things that are going on at Adopted Acre Soap Company, and he writes, Outlaw Barbershop will be coming back in August. We will do another run of these. We have a full calendar this year of 2 releases every month. We have to balance how many soaps we are making at once. We actually have a big release happening on Saturday, April 5th, 2025. It's called Puppy Kisses. This is in honor of my daughter Mila's birthday and her service dog Henry from Canine Companions. This is a hot buttered rum scent with some cardamom and nutmeg added. It's lovely. We have a lot planned for 2025. Well, hey, Doug, thanks very much for the heads up on this new release taking place this Saturday, April 5th, 2025. Puppy Kisses in honor of his daughter Mila and her service dog Henry. Wow, that's absolutely wonderful. And thanks again for all the other updates regarding all the shave soaps and products that you offer there at Adopted Acre Soap Company. Folks, we'll have a link to their Etsy storefront where you can check it all out. And again, look for Puppy Kisses this Saturday, April 5th. It sounds wonderful. Hot buttered rum scent with some cardamom and nutmeg added. Yeah, it sounds awesome. Thanks again, Doug. Really do appreciate it. Folks, we'll have the link below. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Now, this email came from viewer Al Spencer, and the subject heading reads, Grandson's Birthday. Now, this is absolutely wonderful. Check this out. Al writes, Mark, my grandson's 15th birthday is around the corner, and he has been showing an interest in wet shaving since I helped him with his first shave a few months ago. I put together a starter kit for him, which includes my Gillette Heritage Razor, which could be a future collector's item. I've also enclosed a list of YouTube shaver channels. Yours is on the top. Thanks very much for that, Al. Really do appreciate it. And a couple artisans' websites. I got this idea watching the 3MB thanks to all your viewers. Al, this is absolutely wonderful. And yeah, a big thank you and kudos go out to all the viewers out there for a great inspirational gift that Al is giving to his grandson. Absolutely wonderful, Al. Thanks for sending along the photo. And yes, that Gillette Heritage Razor could very well become a collector's item. If it's not a collector's item now, if anyone knows where it's for sale, send us an email or comment below and get us a link so we could clue in some other folks on a really, really wonderful, wonderful safety razor. But I think the really great aspect of it, Al, is that it's coming from you. You're giving it as a gift to your grandson, and your grandson will always have that razor from his grandfather. That's a wonderful connection, and it's another reason why we love the traditional wet shave so much. It has that family connection, and it's a beautiful razor. Gillette did a great job on it with its clamshell and the 3-piece razor and an area where you could put blades. It's absolutely wonderful. Now, I will say this. Your grandson's 15 years old. He's going to have this beautiful Gillette Heritage Razor. When he goes away to college, make sure he doesn't take it with him. Leave it at home with mom and dad and get him like a pearl shaving L55, something that he can afford to lose in the dorm, because you never know if it gets misplaced or someone just kind of decides that they're going to borrow it and then you'll never see it again. It's going to have a lot of sentimental value. So that's the only thing I would say is that hang on to that razor and keep it at home with mom and dad. If your grandson goes away to college, he can always use it when he comes home on break and also when he visits his grandfather. So it's an absolutely wonderful idea. It's an inspirational idea, and thanks so much for sharing that with all the viewers, and thanks for sending along the photo. And wow, what a birthday your grandson is going to have, especially since he's going to have his grandfather's Gillette Heritage Razor. How wonderful. Al, thanks again for sharing that with all the viewers. Really, really do appreciate it. Now, here's a shaving brush we really haven't talked a lot about, and I don't think it gets the recognition it deserves, and that is the Phoneix Shaving Green Ray shaving brush. Boy, this is a terrific shaving brush, and it's also included in all of Phoneix Shaving's shave kits. And it really is a great performing shaving brush with a really wonderful soft knot. It splays out wonderfully, and it does a great job bowl lathering and face lathering. I happen to mention to viewer James Sefton that I thought it just didn't get the recognition it deserves. Perhaps it's even underrated. And James went out and purchased one. And he wrote back and said, "Hey, Mark, it just rolled in by snail mail. After I test drive the Green Ray, I will let you know." And I already know about the Cube 2.0, and he's got the Enlightener Cube 2.0 there. And James wrote back and said, "Hey, Mark, I just couldn't wait anymore. I had to fire up the brush to see how it would go. And I agree with you that it doesn't get the credit it deserves. I loaded it up with some Van der Hagen soap that I have had for quite a while, and then into a fine lathering bowl. In about 30 seconds, it was boom, lather. I also glued a fender washer to the end of the brush like I do with most of my other ones, so I can put it to the rare earth magnets I have under the shelf in the den. But I would recommend this brush very highly. And he writes here, the fender washer is 1/4 inch by 1 1/4 inches, and that's from James Sefton. So if you have a Green Ray brush and you want to do the same thing with magnets and fender washers, there's the dimensions on the fender washer that you can use. And he confirms it and he agrees. This is just a little dynamo. It really is a terrific, terrific shaving brush. Great color scheme and a wonderful soft knot. Really a beautiful performing shave brush. And it also has that vintage vibe going for it that all Phoneix shave brushes have. So, we don't talk about it enough. It doesn't get enough credit. And I just want to mention it again. The Green Ray shaving brush from Phoneix Shaving. My thanks to James Sefton for confirming how wonderful the shaving brush is. Folks, we'll have a link below. Well, recently on the show, we've been talking about Florida water, and viewer Abene Samant sent this along. Greetings, Mark. Hopefully you are keeping warm in this interesting spring we are having. Yeah, it's starting to warm up a little bit right now, but yeah, it was colder last week for sure. My wife and daughter had a girls' trip to Peru and just got back. One of the things they noticed is that Florida water is for sale in all the markets, and it is used to treat altitude sickness. You put it in your hands and breathe it in and have the aroma engulf your face, and you also then apply it behind your neck. They thought it was interesting since they've seen the Florida water in my collection. Fortunately, they did not suffer from altitude sickness, so they did not need to use any of the local remedies. Looking forward to seeing you at the meetup. Abi, thanks very much for that. I did not realize that Florida water in Peru is used for altitude sickness. Wow, that is really, really amazing. Another use for Florida water, and mine is getting low here. I'm going to order some more because we like this a lot. This is an absolutely, that's a marvelous set. Yeah, if you've never tried Florida water, you got to try it. We'll have a link below where you can get it on Amazon. It really is terrific. I think it's best to buy it in a 3-pack. That way you have a lot of it and it comes in at a better price point. So Abene Samant, Abi, thanks very, very much for sharing that little anecdote regarding Peru, altitude sickness, and Florida water. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.